Before the minister responds to some of the issues, as an individual, I am so disappointed that some people are trying to divert the main issues, both the issues, and then trying to make some sort of a political points against each other. The first point is, ma'am, what happened in Hyderabad University that our Rohit is unfortunate, condemnable, and the government has appointed an inquiry committee. Committee will get into this entire gambit and then come up with its findings. If anyone has got any other issues, they should also refer it to the committee, and committee can go into this one. Second is, Suresh, please. Then, sir, madam, the point which I want to try to bring it to the notice is, because I also have some connection with the city, in this university, Hyderabad University, Sri Jagadish Prasad Yadav, Sri Ashma Dhawan, MSc Biotechnology, he died. He is from backward class. Senthil Kumar, PhD student, died. He is from scheduled caste. Keshavachari, MPhil, died. OBC. Balaraju, OBC. Committed suicide. Yeah. I'm coming. Saugata, please. I'm trying to raise a serious issue. Please try to bear with me. I'm just coming. I'm just coming to that, sir. In Hyderabad University itself, so far, 12 people have committed suicide. Students, and the students, they belong to weaker sections. They belong to poorer sections. This is happening since long. 2006, 2007, 2008, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2016. So we have to understand the background. Why these things are happening? Why this social disharmony or discrimination, particularly in the seat of learning? Who is responsible for this? Is the society in general should not ponder out this subject and then come to some conclusion. The academic community and particularly the administration of the universities, they should not ponder out this issue and come to some conclusion. And then the political leadership of the country, instead of trying to make it a political issue, trying to tar somebody as pro-Dalit or anti-Dalit and score a political point as the Chirag was telling, making it a political yatra and then going there and getting garlands also. Somebody died. And how can anybody have a garland? I am not able to understand. Why I am trying to say this is, we are trying to divert the attention from the main issue. The main issue is what are the circumstances that are forcing these students to commit suicide. That is the issue that has to be focused. I only hope that this inquiry, which has been ordered, that and the academic community in general, some people have mentioned not only in this university, someone has mentioned in different universities also, he gave a number. I am not going into that. That is one issue. And all of us really should feel ashamed if there is a social discrimination and on the basis of this, such things are happening. Then secondly, what has happened there also and what sort of slogans also are given there, that also should be understood. That has nothing to do with Rohits. There also Yaqub Memam, there also his festival, there also other issues, and that also clashes are happening. If the students, universities are meant for academic excellence, pursuance of studies, or pursuit of PhDs, are meant for his festivals, and then fight among people, and then should we keep quiet and then say, okay, they are free, we are independent, free India, we should allow such things to happen. This is one point I want to raise among the members. The second point is, today we are discussing about JNU. As I told you earlier, nobody is saying that JNU is anti-national, but there are definitely certain anti-national activities are happening at the behest of an organization which is allied with the Maoists, because Maoist student organizations, PDSU, RSU were banned. So because they are banned, they have taken a new avatar and then acting as Democratic Students Union. In the name of Democratic Students Union, madam, bread is boiling. I don't know why other people are not getting agitated on this issue. I am happy that Tariq Bhai and Tariq Anwarji, just now when he spoke, he mentioned that nobody can condone those slogans and those utterances. I have thought the entire House will speak with that voice. That would have sent a good signal. But if you speak in different terms and try to justify and then try to connect it to dissent, I'll come to that little later, dissent, then you are sending a wrong signal to encourage such paciferous tendencies, divisive tendencies among the students. I am not going into details of what is happening. The heading is the country without a post office. India is without post office. The entire world is looking towards India today under the great leadership of Narendra Modi. The world wants to invest in India. I am an urban development minister. 36 countries have approached me in the recent past saying that they want to invest in India because it's the best place and also it's a hope for investment. That's the mood. The world is respecting India, world is recognizing India, and some people are putting up such posters, country without a post office, against the Brahminical collective conscience, against the judicial killing of Afzal Guru and Maqbul Butt in solidarity with the struggle of Kashmiri people. I am coming to that issue. I would like to ask my Congress friends also, please, impassionately, quietly, let us discuss this and clarify your position also. That will be useful to you also in the long term. We may score political points against each other. You said something, Jyotiraditya said something, Anurag has to counter it, and also he has countered with all those details. What I am saying is, should we not speak with one voice and condemn these actions which are happening there and join us for a cultural evening? Madam Speaker, a permission was sought from the university. Permission was given because initially this Afzal Guru and other things were not there. Some cultural programs goes on, Vichar Manthan hota rehta hai JNU mein. That has been the practice of that university. That is specialty of the university also. We have no problem on that count because let the best thing come out of this Vichar Manthan. But when the university came to know of it at 3 o'clock, the information we got is the university withdrew the permission because the backdrop which was put there was about Afzal Guru, about Maqbul Butt, etc. This is on 9th February. Permission was withdrawn, but these people went ahead without permission and started raising all these slogans and making all these speeches. It is unfortunate. Some of my colleagues, without knowing what is happening there, what is the purpose, who are the organizers, what is their intention, what is their background, have joined there and then expressed solidarity with those students. What is the solidarity? I can understand after Kanhaiya's arrest, one can debate whether sedition is required or not. I'll come to it a little later. I am not defending. But my point, defending either way. My point is, instead of knowing the background of what has happened, what is happening over the years, some people went there and expressed solidarity and then tried to make it as a battleground to fight against the government of India. Instead of fighting against the anti-national forces and instead of nipping it in the bud in the beginning itself, some people try to really express solidarity with those people who are energizing Afzal Guru. Ma'am, this Afzal Guru, who is Afzal Guru? I was there in Parliament that day, along with the Home Minister. If he has succeeded, what would have happened to all this generation of the members of Parliament of India? None of us would have existed that day. Any party for that matter, this party or that party, whatever it is. And such a fellow who is an anti-national, who is inspired by Pakistan, and then who is involved in this, this is not Venkaiah Naidu's charge. This is not Venkaiah Naidu's charge. Sessions Court, High Court, Division Bench, Supreme Court, after an exhaustive, long years of trial,
Venkaiah ji, 1 minute.
Has come 1 minute.
6 बज रहे हैं। मुझे लगता है अगर सदन की सहमति हो तो इस विषय को पूरा करने तक हम सदन का समय बढ़ा देते हैं। तो अभी
मैडम करगे जी, प्लीज bear with me. So Garge ji, I am also under little emotion. Forget about political differences. We have our own differences. We sort it out.
Yes.
Yeah, everybody has got his own emotion, but we should not create commotion unnecessarily. And then how to control the commotion by controlling our emotions? We have to put it in motion. That is our mission. All of us should understand this. So this Afzal Guru fellow, what is the slogan given? Afzal Guru, जो आपने अधूरा काम छोड़ा है, हम उसको पूरा करेंगे. What is that adhura काम? Not being able to blast the Indian Parliament. That is the work which has been left behind. Madam, this is the time that we should remember. The great people who saved all of us, including me and all other colleagues also, including the seniors of Indian Parliament. Jagdish Prasad Yadav, Security Assistant Rajya Sabha Secretariat. He was given Ashoka Chakra Award, posthumous. Matwar Singh Negi, Security Assistant Rajya Sabha Secretariat. Kamaresh Kumari, Constable Central Reserve Police, Mahila Constable. Nanak Chand, Assistant and Sub-Inspector, Delhi Police. Rampal, Assistant Sub-Inspector, Delhi Police. Om Prakash, Head Constable, Delhi Police. then Vijender Singh, head constable, Delhi Police, and then Ghanshyam, head constable, Delhi Police. Desh Raj, gardener, Central Public Works Department, gardener, an ordinary gardener who was there working in the Parliament garden. They all came to our rescue. I salute their memory and the martyrdom they have made. That's why we are all alive here. And these people are saying, whether they are guided properly or misguided, whatever it is, some people may say they are misguided, they are only youngsters and all. I don't think so. They are indoctrinated in such a manner because their philosophy is power comes through barrel of the gun. That is not acceptable at all. That's why the Communist Party has got separated. CPM has got separated. CPI has got separated from the CPML because CPML has given the slogan and then they are working according to that. So keeping that in mind, this any sympathy with such people like Afzal Guru or Makbul Bhatt or Yaqub Memam and all is nothing but clear anti-national. Is nothing but against the unity and integrity and security and sovereignty of the country. Ma'am, as I told you, I don't want to take much time. I will quote Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar because some people are relaying it and some people are quoted Nehtaji Subhash Chandra Bose and Rabindranath Tagore also saying that criticizing nationalism. What is nationalism? What is nationalism? Thinking about the nation. Nation includes people. People includes all caste, communities, religions and regions and sects. This is nation. That is my understanding. If some people have got more knowledge because of their great studies in some great universities, like we have all studied in street schools. We all studied in street schools because ordinary people. And the regime at the time did not provide us that great opportunity. See, you can use liberal phrases. Can anybody be liberal? Can anybody be liberal with such anti-national activities? Can Indian Parliament be silent spectator if such things are happening? Is it not the duty of all the elected representatives from all sides to speak with one voice, rise in one voice, condemn, segregate, handful of people, not many, thousands of people. What is thousands of people? There are double the thousands of the people. They have also held a demonstration. Madam, on the Constitutional Assembly, you know, acting and what is acting and all, you have acted for 50 years. Please. Year 25/11/1949. 25, Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar predicted this, what is likely to happen. He predicted it in 1949. Speaking in the Constituent Assembly at the time of the concluding discussion on the constitutional thing, here, I quote, here I could have ended. Dr. Saheb says, I could have ended, but my mind is so full of the future of the country that I ought to take this occasion to give expression to some of my reflections thereon. On 26th January 1950, India will be an independent country. What would happen to her independence? Question mark. Will she maintain her independence or will she lose it again? Question mark. This is the first thought that comes to my mind. It is not that India was never an independent country. The point is that she once lost the independence she had. The point is that she lost the independence once she had. Will she lose it a second time? Will she lose it at a second time? It is this thought which makes me most anxious about the future. What perturbs me greatly is the fact that not only has India has once before lost her independence, but she lost it by infidelity and treachery of some of our own people. In the invasion of Sindh by Muhammad bin Qasim, the military commanders of King Dahar accepted bribes from the agents of Muhammad bin Qasim and refused to fight on the side of their king. It was Jaichand who invited Muhammad Ghori to invade India and fight against Prithviraj and promised him the help of himself and the Solanki kings. When Shivaji was fighting for the liberation of Hindus, the other Maratha noblemen and the Rajput kings were fighting the battle on the other side of the Mughal Empire. When the British were trying to destroy the Sikh rulers, Gulab Singh, their principal commander, sat silent and did not help to save the Sikh kingdom. In 1857, when a large part of India has declared a war of independence, first freedom struggle against the British, some stood and watched the event as silent spectators. Will the history repeat itself? Is this thought which fills me with anxiety. This anxiety is deepened by the realization of the fact that in addition to our old enemies in the form of castes, creeds, we are going to have many political parties with diverse and opposing political creeds. Will Indians place the country above their creed or will they place creed above the country? I do not know. But this much is certain that if parties place creed about country, our independence will be put in jeopardy a second time and probably be lost forever. This eventually we must all resolutely guard against. We must be determined to defend our independence with the last drop of our blood. This is what Dr. Baba Sahib has said. This is what is required to be thought by every Indian, this side or that side, irrespective of party affiliation. We may have ideological differences. We will have. In a democracy, difference will be there. But at the end of the day, and the question of unity and integrity of the country is concerned, nobody can compromise, nobody can be lenient, nobody can be soft about such activities also. Madam, I want to say that we, the government, we feel that we cannot compromise on India's security and safety and also cannot compromise on the sovereignty of India. India is one. Ideologically, we may discuss that your ideology is right and our ideology is wrong and all. That is for the people to decide whose ideology is wrong, whose ideology is right. But final point is that India is one country. And the Indian Parliament, this very Parliament passed a resolution, I think during Narasimha Raoji's late Narasimha Raoji's period, that not only Jammu Kashmir, but also occupied Kashmir, POK, is also part of India. That is the resolution passed by the Indian Parliament unanimously by all sides. ठीक है मैं जरूर ठीक है मैं बहुत खुश हूँ वो जो सुझाव उन्होंने दिया जरूरत पड़ तो जाएंगे उनको भी साथ भी लेकर जाएंगे उनको साथ लेकर जाएंगे मगर वेरी गुड राइट मगर असदुद्दीन प्लीज भाई ये देश का एकता और अखंडता एक व्यक्ति का एक पार्टी का एक नेता का प्रांत का विषय नहीं है ये सब भारतीयों का विषय है इसलिए हम सब लोग मिलकर जो भी करना करेंगे मैडम मैंने कहा आई जस्ट वांट टू कंक्लूड बाय सेइंग सर आई एम सॉरी मैडम कन्वर्ट हो गया सर आगे see as I told you please understand the background of what is happening in universities what happened in Hyderabad what happened in Jadavpur I don't want to repeat that. Please, I am worried because Jadavpur is in India. Otherwise, I would not have been worried at all because I am an Indian. What happened? No, wait here. What happened in Jadavpur? What happened in Jadavpur? What is happening in what is happening here? What is happening? West Bengal is not an independent island. It is part of India, and it is a pride part of India. And then what is happening in Jawaharlal Nehru by handful of people who are in the periphery, who are not in the mainstream, who are being misled. Some are misleading and some are trying to mislead. So try to understand the factual situation and let us all try to stand with the nationalist forces and then see to it that these forces which are trying to weaken India, they are nipped in the bud at the very instant. This is the need of the hour. This is the call of the nation. If anybody has got any view, let the people who are making some commentary sitting here, sympathizing with Dawood Ibrahim there in the studios and all, discussing and then sympathizing with Afzal Guru and all. Let them see the public opinion. If you want to hold online opinion also, 99% is on one side and 1% of the handful of people are the other side. This has to be understood by all. Karunakar ji, you did not get us disturbed. Huh? We are handling firmly because it's a delicate matter. People do not want to enter the university. And people do not want to hand over those people. It is the responsibility of the people who are there, who are saying we don't agree with them. They should identify. I'm coming to what happened in Patiala court is totally condemnable. Nobody can accept that. Nobody can take law into their hands. Whether it is any MLA, this party or that party, whoever said anything, that is totally wrong. In that there is no second opinion. But don't try to divert the attention from the main issue. As some people are trying to do it. I can talk about hundreds of Maharashs of ever who have made all such nonsensical statements earlier also. So let us not get into that. He was civil enough to say that day, so किसी का मन का कुछ दुख पहुंच गए तो मैं उसके लिए ये कह रहा हूं, ऐसा उन्होंने कहा है. Sri, please, action against the people will be taken. And being taken will be taken. And if you have any suggestion and if you have any evidence, I wish that Kanai Kumar, who is an youngster, should have come forward as president of the university, saying that, sir, I was not one of them, but I went there to see. These are the people who are present. Who are the people present? It is not anybody, sir. All these photos are there. All these people, all these photos are there. Please, I am happy. I am not happy. You are not defending them. By defending them, you will be offending the national sentiment. Let us not. Who is innocent? Afzal Guru innocent. Makbul Bhatt innocent. Yaqub Imam innocent. And people who are celebrating them, are they innocent? Then please remember the sacrifices made by our Jawans here, our security personnel here. Please remember the sacrifice made by Mr. Hanuman Naik, sacrifice made by Mr. Unni from Kerala, and then 10 soldiers who mattered the Kashmir avalanche recently protecting the nation at extreme weather conditions like Havardar, Yedumalai, S. Kumar, Lance Naik, Hanumantappa, Ganesh and Rammurthy. If Kashmir is negotiable, why should these people go there and then sacrifice their lives from that part of the country? That is a question that one should ask to himself. So please understand, let us not try to politicize this. Let us confine to the main issue and then try to speak as one nation as far as the anti-national activity is concerned. Thank you.
अगर मेरे जवाब से आप संतुष्ट न हो, आज इस सभा में कहती हूं मायावती जी, मैं आज बसपा के एक-एक कार्यकर्ता और आपके नेताओं से कहती हूं, सर कलम करके आपके चरणों में छोड़ देंगे अगर मेरे जवाब से आप